All right, how y'all doing today? It is your favorite rapper, Lacey G. Soldier Turner, the best film writer and director in St. Louis. Facts. Salute to the nerd to matters. We back with another interview. This guy right here, I done did my research on him. He's a media personality. You know what I'm saying? He's an actor. You know what I'm saying? Just some of everything. You already know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try to do things but can't do everything. This man has his hands in a lot of different things, and like I said, I was just interested to see all this, everything that he got going on from
the of course, man.
Every podcast, so he do it all just like me.
Yeah, man. We here.
Got Kareem, Reemo, Tyson in the house. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Lacey? How you doing, man? I'm really honored and blessed that you selected me. Could have selected anybody, but you selected the neighborhood Ruger spread. So we're gonna get into this on a Saturday, early Saturday.
Hey, bosses don't sleep.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's what we're here for, right?
Right. I tell everybody. So for the people who don't know, I did my research.
Okay.
For the people who don't know you, who is Kareem Reemo Tyson?
Wow. That's what we start. All right. So now pretty much
we started off right.
Introvert, extrovert, creative, born in East Harlem, raised in Laurelton, Queens, and then came back to Harlem. Been involved in the industry for the last 15 years. Love creating, love what I do, passionate about what I do. My day job, as an educator, passionate about that as well. And just really right now in the 15th year of my career, just focusing on finally just niching down of everything that I do, because I do so much, but now as of late, now it's just been really focusing on just being a media figure and an actor.
Okay.
And as well as an A&R, sorry. Shout out to my man DJ Chase. And
I'm gonna get into that too. I did my research. I'm gonna get into that too.
Yes, definitely.
I think you probably just said it, but where were you born and raised at?
Yo, so yeah, I was pretty much I was born in Mount Sinai Hospital in East Harlem. And then we transcended and went to Harlem over in Bradhurst Avenue, and then from after that, we went to Laurelton, Queens. So Laurelton, Queens is my heart. That's the home, if you want to say, as far as whom Reemo Meerak is and everything like that. And just overall, just love it. I mean, I'm both Harlem and Queens, so there's never a one is better than the other with me or anything like that. So just that's where the creativity came from. Like, as far as like, not saying it can happen in Harlem. I mean, there's a lot of creatives in Harlem, but as far as how I am and how I think about creativity, it's from my days in Queens. You know what I'm saying? My days in Queens, I was doing a lot of drawing and stuff like that, or the imagination would just be outlandish. You know what I'm saying? Due to where I was at in Queens and everything like that. So definitely, when it comes to it, Laurelton, Queens is in my heart.
All right. So speaking of that, do you know? Are you a fan of battle rap?
I am. Yeah. Now, I'll say this much: I'm not as deep a fan as I used to be, but I still respect it. For what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Murder Mook, T-Rex, Hollow the Dine, they're my boys.
Charlie Clips. Yeah, Charlie Clips. Clips is the homie.
I know all of them. I'm a professional battle rapper myself, so I know all.
Oh, nice.
I know all. So
I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something. Well, this is the.
Go ahead.
We ask you. All right. For me, like, I'm big on like, all right. Like something like battle rap, whatever, like, the culture itself, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't know, like, it'd be annoying me, like, when I be seeing you're all having like Cassidy on the bill. I'm like, yo, you don't need this, like, you don't need this dude. Like, listen, I wanted this to be clear.
Okay.
I have nothing against Cassidy. I have nothing. My thing is, for me, always is it's kind of like equivalent to like when WWE forever wants to bring back Brock Lesnar, right? Or force Brock Lesnar, right?
Yes.
And it's like, fam, y'all don't really need a Brock Lesnar.
Facts.
Like it's like Euro.
I agree with you.
It's like Euro really need Cassidy. Like I don't like I put it like this. I don't see why for Cassidy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they did.
I don't see not and not to be on some shit like skill set wise. It's not even about that. It's just I don't see the need. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I think it's just to sell tickets, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like
even if that's the case, right? Really? So if Cassie's not on the bill, Euro's not gonna sell tickets.
Exactly. See, I feel like
come on,
I'm one of the people.
Come on, bro.
I'm one of the people of the true essence from back in the days. So like I feel like battle rap has lost its essence from what true battle rap was like when we seen Murder Mook battling Party Artie and battling Jay Gills and all that type of stuff. Like now I think they made it more of a I guess a corporate thing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but it was gonna happen. I mean, listen, here's the thing. When you're in this creative space, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be a point in time where what your raw essence was is going to disappear because now you gotta make money, your product gotta make money, you gotta elevate, you're gonna elevate, something's gonna be sacrificed. But within that process though, I don't feel like if something needs to be put there, right? And it's like I like I said before, I got nothing against Cassidy. Big ups to Cassidy, big ups to what you contributed to hip hop and everything. Great, smooth. But there's no need. I mean, yeah, when he does the face-offs, yeah, he agitates the person. That's all right, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. But then look what the end product becomes in the battles.
Yes, fact. Yes. It's like I hate to say it, but
his percentage, his percentage is not that great. It's like like 2 out of like 6 battles he's done.
He's great on track, but battle rapper, he needs to just let it go.
You don't need it. Look, he'd be great. Look, he'd be great to do his own podcast. I'll keep that above. Like that. I watch a Cassidy podcast
because he's entertaining.
I listen to a Cassidy podcast. Yes, but as far as battle rap, it's like, fam, you don't need him. There's a exuberant of other talent you could like marquee before him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm just keeping a buck. And as I'm saying it, I want this to be clear. This isn't about me being scared or pussy or nothing like that. This is me talking as like, yo, the beneficial, like seeing the beneficial thing. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap.
Okay. All right. So let me transition over to this because we can talk battle rap.
Yeah, right.
What made you want to get into the entertainment industry?
Wow, we're going there. I'm not gonna lie. Like before, I came to entertainment. I was playing basketball. I was heavily playing ball. I was a ball player. People over the years, always was like, "Yo, Reemo or Kareem, you're animated. You need to be in front of TV. You should be on movies. You should model." Like, you know what I'm saying? And for me, I just be like, "Yo, I got time for that shit, man. I got time for that shit." But then I started hearing it more and more. And the funny story is, I used to work in Soho at a high fashion women's store, right? So one night I left and went to see my peoples in Harlem. So he was at a house party. Had a house party, partying, chilling, shaking, moving, ladies talking. I'm joking and talking and moving around and entertainment, and everything. And then a young man kind of looked like Lupe Fiasco. It wasn't Lupe. He looked like Lupe Fiasco. No, it wasn't Lupe. He looked like Lupe Fiasco. So we was chopping it up in the kitchen. He was telling me about this agency. He's like, "Yo, you need to go down in the agency, bro. You need to be on TV." And he told me about it. And the name of the agency was Central Casting. So he went to Central Casting. Boom. Easy process. Best $30 ever spent in my life. They put me in a pool, and in the first joint that I ended up doing background work, like background acting work. Okay. So the first joint I ended up in was one of my favorite shows, Law and Order SVU.
Wow, that's crazy.
Being on that, yeah, it was crazy. Like just being like seeing the set, seeing Ice-T, seeing me, what's her name? Maria. Is it Maria? No, it's the female detective. But I forgot her real acting name. Her real
I
name.
in a minute, bro.
Damn, yeah. I seen her. I seen Chris. I seen Chris. The other detective. I seen him. Like it was like wow.
Did you get to meet him? Like
I
person?
think I met Chris one time, and in Ice T, we had like a brief, like talking. He was telling me things about the industry and stuff like that,
Nice.
which was cool. Like he was cool like that. But kind of funny story. Like every now and then, I think this was like the time he was living by Central Park West. I would see him when I would like go play ball. So he's like, oh, so now we want to be a ball player. Like he would joke with me like that every now and then and shit like that. So you know that was a cool meeting with him. I wish I would have extended that relationship or extended that bond, and took more, learned more things about the industry. You know what I'm saying from him.
Nice. Have you been in any other like shows we might know?
Yeah,
of?
I've been on Nurse Jackie. I was on Elementary. I was on what's the other show? Oh, Blue Bloods. I
Oh
was
yeah,
on Blue Bloods a couple of
Blue
times.
Blood.
The major thing I was in the dancing scene in the movie Friends with Benefits, the one where they did by the red steps.
I know,
I was in that. So definitely when I got into the industry, oh my God, I'm so sorry because I'm early morning. I really wasn't how I am now.
Okay.
I was just happy to be there because, like I said, I was working a retail job I didn't like, and I was just happy to be in the industry. I didn't like really take in on understanding the business. I was just like, oh shit, I'm here. And I was just happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, I started getting like local buzz, cats in the hood, like, yo, it's like a Reemo. Yo, we saw Reemo. Yo, Reemo, he was there. And even with my mini platform that I had at the time called Reem TV. So, I had like a mini local buzz and stuff like that. Then, I went through like a real heavy depression because during around that time, I was on a hot streak from like '06 to like 2010. I was in like mad projects, right? Then like the shit just stopped, right? Man. And that's when the depression hit because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, what's going on? I'm thinking it's over for me, and it really wasn't. It was a weird depression. Like
I don't know if you remember too, like I think that happened to one of the guys who played at 8 Mile. He had, I think, committed suicide because
because
roles, he thought it was over.
because you know what it is? A lot of people don't understand, like creatives have a different mindset. Like it's either create or die. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if there's no purpose to our creativity or whatever, then there's no reason for life. I mean, theoretically, that's how we think or whatever the case may be. But I know for me, just it was like real harsh times. You know what I'm saying? During around that time, like I'm talking like 2010 to 2011. It took like almost 2 years for me to like really like get over it. And then after I did get over it, you know what I'm saying? Like the suicide attempts and everything that matters. It was crazy.
I don't mean to cut you off, but this is an interesting thing to help other people. What made you get over that hump and just was like, oh man, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna lay down. I'm gonna continue.
I ain't gonna hold you, yo. And I don't advocate for this. I myself stepped back from everybody after the last suicidal attempt. I myself stepped back from everybody. I don't advocate that. I don't suggest that. I feel for an individual, if you feel you can do so, then okay. But if you cannot, I advise you to go get help. But during that time, I just pulled back from everybody. I just pulled back. I pulled back. Like niggas wasn't seeing me at events. You wasn't seeing me at no parties. You wasn't seeing me even on my own family. I wasn't even going to my own family's events. I was pulling back. I was like, yo.
So what did that do? What did that do for you? Like when you
I'll tell you that for what it did, it definitely I built this like self-love. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started building that, and then I kept telling myself, I'm not appeasing myself for nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's just going down in life. I'm not appeasing myself for nobody. I'm not, if my instincts say no, then it's no. You know what I'm saying? Just overall, just a lot of things I just started building things within like myself personally, and then just everything with my character and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really just started like focusing on that.
Yeah. And what's the first thing you did, back in the industry when you did come back?
First thing I did when I came back, I transitioned into media. So 2012 is when I started in media. You know what I'm saying? And I went to like the internet radio station. I was co-hosting a lot of shows. First of all, I co-hosted my homegirl show. They had a platform, and they was like, "Oh, we need you as a co-host. You animated." They wanted me to be like the Charlemagne of their show.
Okay.
So I was like, "All right," I was doing it, and then I ended up co-hosting other shows, and then I think like 2015 is when I decided to have my own. I was like, let me get my own. I could do this. Let me get my own. I had Reem TV radio. You know what I'm saying? I had Reem TV radio, and it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. And then like 2015, so like 2015 from March until about like I want to say, yeah, pretty much like a little bit before June 2016. I was on a crazy hot streak. Like I was hitting that independent circuit and mainstream circuit running. Like, yo, who's Reemo? Who's Reemo? Who's Reemo? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I even had to brand my name. That's where the Reemo Meerak. So for those who want to know, so Reemo is the basketball and street name that I got from from the hood and everything like that. And then the Meerak is my real name spelled backwards.
I like
what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So over the years, during around that time, I mean, I was just like I was on a high streak. Oh my God. Like I was literally like everywhere. Like if there was an event, I pulled up, did my little spiel or whatever, and I got a radio show, I got a internet radio show. You want to pull up? You want to be a guest, whatever. And then I ain't gonna hold you. The biggest risk I took, one of the biggest risks I took, 2016, I stopped.
I was gonna say what happened again. I was like, what?
I stopped.
I was like, what happened?
No, and if you go to YouTube and look at the episode, it was like the last it's like the last episode, and the DJ that worked with me, shout out to DJ Thousand, and he didn't even know I was leaving because I even announced it. He's like, wait, he's like, what do you mean last show? I'm like, no, it's the last show, bro. I'm out of here. Because what it was, I was really serious about my brand, like with Reemo Meerak, and I was like, all right, how am I going to separate myself from the pack to really for people to take this shit serious? You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things. Not saying that people didn't take me serious at the network I was at, but it was more so a thing of, all right, I gotta really get this shit cemented. I really put my foot on people's necks, and people gotta really know about this brand. You know what I'm saying? So left. I was a manager at the time, and I was just working on the brand. So even though I wasn't doing media for a little bit, I still was out there. People were still knowing who's Reemo Meerak. What's up with you? What you about? And when I came back to media, I was on a show. Shout out to Yana G, called Rich Off Life TV. I was co-hosting again, and then I got my greatest Christmas gift in that year. So I had put in for a show at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, public access. So I did that, boom, and they accepted it. So then they told me my show starts on they accepted me on December 12th, that my first episode had to be up on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So I had like 12 days to get some shit together and put it up. It was crazy. Yeah, that first season of shout out to both freshmen, Nova 9 and Lyndon, but he's also known as KP Shot It. He does like professional photos for entertainers now. But that first season was hard. It was hard. So like because we was doing stuff, we was showing stuff, we was missing the deadlines. So then the second season, before the second season of my show started, I ended up taking the classes, the productions classes. That's how everything with the productions, how I started knowing it. So then, boom, once I started getting involved with the editing and everything like that, the show started going smoothly. And then I won my award the year after that, like 2017. I won my first award.
What award was that?
First award was at the Hip Hop Film Festival for Audience Choice Award.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so I think that's like way more important than anything because it's the people, you know, like letting you know, like
right, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I cried, man, because I was like, I was already what? That's already year 11. By year 11, I already won. You know, I won something. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how or what level where I won it, it still was something I created and I won. Definitely. It was almost like how Shawn Michaels like won his first like title. He cried. Yes. I cried I cried in my knees or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I cried in my knees and just at the time, my publicist at the time, her name was Christina. She you know, was letting me know like, yo, man, there's more to come. Just got to keep going, you know. And it was dope because it was like my life in full circle because I won it in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So it was just definitely, you know, just the fact of being from there, you know, being born in East Harlem, and you know, you as an adult, you now won an award for something you created for people to see in Harlem, and it was in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely it was different. It was a different type of feel that year. And then I know 2018, you know, I won another award, the Public Access Media Award for Best Arts and Entertainment Show. So I know things was wrong with that, but also too, what started happening was I started becoming more and more behind the scenes, as far as like, you know, videographer, director, filmmaker, executive producer, things of that nature. I started understanding even more things about production, about lighting and how to film and everything like that. So, you know, that's what started happening from there.
Yeah. And I always tell people, like, you know, no pressure, no diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta put your foot on people's necks, man. For real.
Like, and you have a great story because it just show you like a lot of people give up, you know, if stuff don't go right. Like you done been through up and down, and you still, you know what I'm saying, became successful in the entertainment, because the entertainment industry is very hard, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Very, very hard ain't the word. Like you got, like I always say on all the interviews, like, yo, this ain't for the weary. Right. This shit is not for the weary. This isn't something that you have to pick up a mic or pick up a camera or read lines in front of your face and no, this isn't that. That's not what this is about, or even about managing personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You can't manage everything that you meet. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really like buckle down and really. But the thing that helped me also is, you understand, I'm an educator as well, so I already know how to handle like pressure situations or multiple personalities thereof, because you know the skill set that I use with my students, I pretty much it's the same in entertainment. So, you know, I like there's been rarely moments that I'll be out of character in the entertainment world, because you can't do that, number one, and number two, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's really small. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment world is really small. So it's like, God forbid, somebody hears it or sees it, you know, it's pretty much a wrap. But also too, with me in the same token, on a business note, I know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? How conversations go, how to maneuver that and don't get caught up with things. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. What is probably a big challenge that you faced in the entertainment industry?
Ooh. Yeah, that is a great question. If I had to say, I think now with the way you got to do your content, and marketing, I think for me it was just the marketing. I don't think me talent wise for what I do, that is that far of a gap away from the many or the ones that are the figures. I think for me, it's just more so the numbers and the marketing. I think that's been a big challenge for me because, like I said, I pretty much do everything myself, and it's hard to outsource somebody who isn't going to be that consistent. It's crazy. It's weird as that is, as I just said that. That's been what it's been with me. Like I have outsourced before, and it's just they weren't consistent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not gonna keep giving money if you're gonna be inconsistent.
Exactly.
So a lot of shit that I've done, it's been on me. It's been straight up on me. Or if I had to say, probably like 85, 15. 85% me, 15% of others. My fault. 15% of others. You know what I'm saying? It's been me. It's been straight up on my shoulders. But as of late now, I've been outsourcing and I've been using publicists and other things that matter, and also too just niching down because there's a lot I was doing. Probably a lot that I was doing minus creating music. But there's a lot I was doing. I was like, nah, I gotta niche down. So right now, definitely focusing just being a media figure and acting.
So what do you think about the council culture now and how it seems like they're taking like?
Let me tell you something about that shit. Excuse my language. Let me tell you something.
Talk about it. Hey,
let me tell you some shit. Let me tell you something real shit. This is for anybody, entertainers, doesn't matter, mainstream, independent, or creatives or whatever. Y'all cannot allow yourselves to get in the middle of that fuck shit. If you are one that has multiple businesses, right, regardless if it's somebody that sponsors you or it's your own business, dude, they can't. Let me tell you some shit. Like the baby, right? I'm telling you some real shit, right? Remember how everybody's like, "Oh, the baby's canceled." This, and the third. My man, if you go on my page, I was at Summer Jam. Dude, you would think this motherfucker was Michael Jackson. Dead ass. And I'm a baby, and I'm the baby. I'm a fan of the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you would think this motherfucker was Michael Jackson. I'm like, wait a minute. This motherfucker cancel this. Oh, he's not doing that. Oh, they're taking him off the bills. Oh, that motherfucker is money. He's still
exactly. Still eating
that check. Yeah. Okay, and it's like, and I'm not saying things to defend of what he was doing. I just want that to be clear because God forbid, it sucks. You got to do that now. I wanted to be clear. I am not defending of words that he said anything. What I'm talking about is, we got to stop fueling this social media internet shit, because it's like, one on the outside looking in, if somebody's saying they're canceled, right?
Right.
But then you go to said concert, probably one of the biggest concerts in hip hop history, and there's people throwing water with him and screaming and cheering for him, and women are still wanting to touch him, and it's like, wait a minute, so what's really canceled?
Right. I feel the same way. I was like, hey, they didn't cancel Dave Chappelle. He be doing all the thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit, like, I'll be like, y'all don't. That's why I tell people a lot, like, understand the entertainment business.
Exactly.
Understand it before you come into this. Understand it before you decide to go ape shit and like, hey, I'm here, I'm in media, like, no, I'm an entertainer, creative, no, understand this shit. There's certain ways this thing moves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you could work with 3 entertainers in the world, who would you work with?
Oh man, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Will Smith.
Nice. Okay. Hold on one second. What is probably the greatest thing you experienced in the industry, the greatest moment, feat, or whatever?
Oh man. When I first worked with Hip Hop Game and we did the Creed 2 movie premiere, that's a fact. Meeting and flicking it up with Kevin Durant.
Nice.
When we so the thing I did, That was dope as hell. Oh, Fashion Week. Um, being on media for Fashion Week. Interviewing Smith and Wesson on my birthday.
Wow.
That was lit. That was lit because the album dropped, The All, which I still to this day, 2019, I think that's The All. Like the album was like top 10 albums all the time. For my 40th birthday, meeting Mike Tyson, which is kind of funny because my last name's Tyson. I met Mike Tyson. I was crazy.
Like how was that?
That was different. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, I was nervous as hell, yo, because seeing him, how can I explain? Like seeing him, it's really, you really feel like that menacing, but he's not menacing, but it's just it's like you just like feel it. You like, oh shit, this is really Mike Tyson. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, match. Oh man, just being able to on my 40th to go to the Wilder Fury 2 fight and just flicking up with Booker T. That was crazy. Like he still makes me look like a kid in that photo, but yeah. Who else? Oh my god. Oh, Rosenberg. When Rosenberg there was a funny moment. So I had a hat on. It looked like the MAGA hat, but it didn't say it. It didn't say it. It didn't say it. It said make our children safe again. Shout out to my homegirl, Sherry Tago. If y'all want to follow her, it's at House of Tago. She got dope stuff, dope apparel that she sell. So she gave me that hat for me. Yeah, I mean I bought it, but she told me about it and gave it to me. So I was wearing it. I said Rosenberg, he's in the seats. And he's looking at me. He's like, yo, what's up with that hat? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no, look. I'm like, and I had to like I couldn't really like show him. Like I had to like stretch my arms and show him. And he's like, oh, all right. You know, it's like one of those.
All right, I got you.
But then like I posted it on Twitter. LOL, you know what I'm saying? And then showed the picture of my hat, and then he replied back LOL. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But definitely more so red carpet stuff, like a lot of red carpet events I've been to, you know what I'm saying? Also too doing movies, you know, coming back, you know, when I return back, and the first movie I do is on Amazon Prime, you know what I'm saying, Blue Line. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Actually no, doing the Raspy interview, that was dope.
Nice.
Yeah, that was dope. Who else can I say? Not interviewing a hip hop gamer this year. That was dope.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
You elevate.
Yeah, no, because you know what it is, man. I tell people, man, it's never about the start. It's always about the finish. Like, you know, what's the end product? What's the end product going to be, and everything like that. And real talk, you know what I'm saying, with me, I've just been blessed, you know, over these 15 years, just, you know, being to be able to be in the loop and connect with people. Like just the other day, it was mad funny. Shout out to SNS Icy Gang. SNS Icy Gang, he had a pop-up shop. So afterwards, you know, we all talking Harlem stuff, you know, Harlem shit and all that. And I'm telling them about how SNS and all of them used to harass me when I was playing ball. Yeah, like up in Riverbank and in other tournaments and stuff like that, used to harass me. Like, yo, you ain't fuck out of here. This ain't Queens, and I'm hitting game winning shots, or I'm cooking niggas, and I'm looking at them on the side. And then now, you know, as they're older, I'm covering them in media. So you know what I'm saying? Always, you never know, like when it comes to this world and life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I do my best to not like shit on people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know.
You don't know who you're gonna need, who you're gonna run into, yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then this, like we was talking about when I did Reem TV, that was like my first ever platform I did. My own makeshift YouTube channel platform I did. And one of the people that was there, I had recorded their dunk contest when they was in the dunk contest and shit. So they was like, yo, niggas can't be fronting on you. So I got it on video. I'm on there's a new YouTube channel I have. We could talk about that. I'm gonna put that in the episode that, they're letting them know, like, yo, I've been outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else that's claiming that you ain't never been outside, you ain't never do this,
Get
you
out
don't
there.
know that, you don't know behind the scenes. I'm like, yo, I've been out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in the events and as far as industry, as far as like networking and all that, like I've been like, there's people that call me by my real name. You know what I'm saying? They don't just call me Reemo, they call me my real name because they really personally know me. You know what I'm saying?
So, so you're an A&R for what is it, Worldwide Sound Records?
Worldwide Sound Records. Shout out to DJ Chase, man.
So, how did they come about? And
oh man, that's a funny one. Honestly, that's just from me and DJ Chase norm for our friendship, and just like, I met him physically in 2017. I know him for like 4 years. We would talk, and there'd be some Sundays I go to his crib, we chop it up, and we be chopping up business. Like, I guess he would ask me certain things or whatever, and I'd tell him, hey, do this differently, do that, tweak this, tweak that. So then I ain't gonna hold you, like, just one of those Sundays. We just there chilling. This is during COVID. This is like during before COVID. It's like around like January. Yo, you wanna be an A&R on my label? I said A&R. I'm like, at first I was like, yeah, but then I'm like A&R. I'm like, oh man, that means I got to speak to music mofos and shit like that. I got but I'll say this. I think it was the best decision for me to make, because now media wise, I had a better understanding with music artists, because I was giving them hell. I'll give it a buck. Out of all the ones I would interview, music artists, I was giving hell, but I was giving them hell because I want them to be better.
Exactly. Facts.
Not better as far as the crap, but just better overall as far as with their brand.
Facts.
What you be better.
Yeah.
That's why I was giving them hell. But now I'm more intuitive and inspiring. Not saying I wasn't inspiring before, but I'm that now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I have advocated a lot for artists, especially when it comes to topics, or if people in hip hop talk about certain things, or if a group talks about things and then they want my insight, or they ask me my insight, I'll be like, no, I'm like, yo, we can't keep doing this narrative of blaming the artist.
Right.
Because it's not them. It's them. Yes, it's them because they're the face of what they do. But there's other factors too. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's other factors as well. And what we have to do is, as a whole, is we have to continuously guide the artists to the best of their abilities, or guide the ones that want the knowledge. And if the other ones don't, then they'll suffer and fail with their music. Right. But we got to stop a lot. Like, even in New York City, a lot of like the showcases and all that, like, that shit got to stop. That's just me. That's just me. I'm saying it because artists are now picking up on things. Yes. Technology is making it that you don't need to do a showcase.
Facts, real talk.
Fuck you and your showcase. But I feel what should happen is this. They should tweak it and just keep it at contest. Keep it a contest, right? Yeah. So that way you don't have to put like 1,000 artists on the bill. Right. You could do at most like 10, right? Have people judge. Because I did that this year. I did that a month ago, I think. A couple weeks ago, I did that. I was a judge, and it was a better feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing the music. You're being honest. You're like, yo, maybe it's not hitting for you. You need to tweak this. Exactly. Oh, now I like this. Keep it at the, you know what I'm saying? I think that should be the better route, because if we keep doing these showcases, right, and regardless, artists, it does depend on artists and what they do, but also too, it's like, yo, where's the trajectory to keeping the greatness up? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and this is what I feel. I'm not saying that, oh, this is right. This is me by law. This is fact. Well, I feel more and more of the value, the lower value, more and more of the value decreases for these showcases. More and more the artists are not gonna fucking attend these shits. They're not gonna care. Okay. And it sucks that, that's what it's starting to become, but I feel a tweak has to happen in New York City. It has to happen.
So
Real talk.
what
It
type
just has
of
to happen.
what type of artists do you look for? Like,
I like innovative yet close to boom bap and soulful artists. That's me. Drill rappers, I mean, it's cool, but it's so many that do drill rap. It's hard to like separate who's different from them. It's so many fuckers that do drill rap. So many in New York, so many motherfuckers do drill rap. All these niggas do drill rap. Nah, and I don't mean to say niggas. All these people. Excuse me. All these artists and shit do fucking drill rap. It's just like, yo, it's hard to decipher who's the talent, who's not. I'm like, damn, can I get somebody that's want to do boom bap, want to do the bars, and then you could do like maybe a drill another time, like, you know what I'm saying?
So does it matter like age of the artist, or are you just looking for great music?
Nah, we work. No, we're outside records. We work with people that's older. We work with people that's older. We work with people that's younger. As long as you know and understand what we're doing for you, and then also too, you know what you want to do for yourself. Mm-hmm. Understand the business. I mean, our label, we ASCAP and BMI certified. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're not just any old rinky-dink label.
So do y'all look for artists outside of New York also?
Yeah, we do. We've either took trips, or for that matter, Chase, is heavily connected on other states and stuff like that. Me too, but you know what I'm saying? We do the best we can. I mean, right now, definitely third quarter, we definitely getting back into music, because we was for second quarter, we was on tour. We was, doing parties, events. Chase was on the ones and twos. I was on the mic, probably hosting every now and then and stuff like that. So we was getting it there. And then we had our own event that we would do and stuff. So we was like on the road. Like, well, yeah, you say on the road, kind of like we was in Brooklyn, Manhattan, Jersey, Boston. I think Chase had something to do in Maryland and stuff like that. So
my last question: if any artists want to get with y'all, how can they, contact?
They can email. Well, they can email me at the Meerak Brand Productions at gmail.com, and then from there, definitely. What I would like to say is, please make it a detailed email. Please don't put just links in there and then think I'm gonna
check out my music.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, and artists gotta stop doing that too. Like, if y'all really want somebody to do something, like, yo, real talk, send a detailed email, bio with a mini bio, also with your tracks, and then Instagram link, so we can see what we can do. You know what I'm saying, or what can be done. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So, did you go to college?
Yeah. I went to many colleges. I went to like 3. Shit. I went to 3. Finally, Suffolk. I think, yeah, I went definitely to Suffolk. Is it Edward Waters in Jacksonville? And then I graduated at Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, Monroe College for my computer information.
Okay.
So that's how I'm a tech guy.
Okay.
So I'm a tech guy and a dweeb. So
I got one more question for you. I wish I could go longer.
Yeah, right.
I'm writing an article about this too, so I got to pick from her. So
yeah, that's right. I feel you. I feel you.
My last question is: when it is all said and done, when you are gone from the earth, what is it that you want people to know about you?
That he was a hardworking individual that cared really, really passionately for his craft and what he do, and as well as I never wanted the spotlight. I just wanted the the business. Real talk. I never wanted the spotlight with this. What you know what I mean? The fame, that's cool, but I always wanted the business for this. And just to be an impact within the business and within the culture.
I appreciate you, man. It was an honor to speaking with you.
Yes, yes.
Like I
yes.
said, you do a lot of the stuff I do. Like I'm a film writer, director, a hip hop artist, podcaster.
Podcast, podcasting too.
So it was good to meet someone who actually is talented in all those areas also. You know what I'm saying? I just published a book. I just had film festival and all this type of stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah, I gotta get you on my podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. I'm definitely down. And I'm on I want to see, you know, like I said, I'm a hip hop artist. I want to see you some of my music too, just to see what you think as a, you know, just like an ASR of my videos.
I definitely, yeah, man. Oh, before I even leave, everybody, please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reemo Meerak. That's ReemoMeerak, as well as my website, ReemoMeerak.com. Cuts, as you see right in the background. Culture, Urban Technology, and Sports. That's the podcast. The podcast is on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple. You know what I'm saying? Also, you go to the website, cutspodcast.com to catch all the latest episodes. And as well as the YouTube channel is Cuts Podcast. And also my new YouTube channel, Reemo After Cuts. So that's the channel where you really follow me outside of what I do with podcasting and entertainment. Like, you know, that's you following me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hard working man. Y'all see this man, bro? Like, hey, listen, yeah, let him be like, this is a prime example. You got to make sure your business is intact and in order.
Yeah,
sure you got websites, all that type of stuff, bro. Because if you come with some people with like you know, people still try to come with you with writing on CDs and everything. If you don't care about you invest in yourself, what makes you think another person is going to care about you for real? That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't never lie. That's the facts.
Right. If your music video, if you're paying $75 for a music video, what makes you think a person is going to take you serious, you know?
And give you $1 million.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Like, it's bugged out to me how people be thinking in this, and it's like, yo, like, you don't invest. Like, if you invest, like, you short, and then, oh yeah, somebody's supposed to give you $1 million. Those are nuts.
You got anything coming up, films or anything?
Right now, definitely just with Cuts. As I stated, my latest YouTube channel, vlog series, Reemo After Cuts. I've been on a few auditions, just waiting to hear word from them. And as I said, with Worldwide Sounds, third quarter, we definitely gonna be coming out with more music. And just with me back and hosting on the mic. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Can I get a shout out right quick? We like shout out to Lacey G Soldier.
Oh yeah, that definitely. You said Lacey
G Soldier Turner and the Narrative Matters.
Okay. Yo, real rap, you already know when the high go. It's your neighborhood Ruger sprayer, Reemo Meerak. Much shout outs to Lacey G Turner, you heard? And the Narrative Matters. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. Salute to y'all always. PTC. That's Pound That Chest. Come on, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. And I'll be in touch. I'll let you know when the article come out also.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the video with the article too, so people can tune in.
Yes, definitely. I appreciate this. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
You have a good one. Thank you. You have a good day too, sir.
All right, man.
All right, peace.